For me and millions of other YouTube creators out there, our number one fear is something like this.
The other morning, I logged into my account and I saw a big red banner at the very top of the page. Our team has detected repeated or severe comment spam from your channel. Unless you immediately stop all spam activities, your channel will be terminated on July 12th.
The gut-wrenching fear of having a notification of YouTube telling you that they'll be terminating your channel. YouTube, a platform that all types of millions of creators go hard on, could potentially backstab your channel and terminate it within seconds and just give you some stupid little courtesy notice. That's bananas. And Graham, homie, I can definitely relate to how you feel right here.
My heart sunk because I knew it had to be an error. The concept of my channel being possibly terminated for something that I have no idea about is absolutely terrifying, especially when all of this just came out of the blue.
So a couple of other creators, including Andre Jick and Roberto Blake, have spoken about the video called My YouTube Channel is Getting Deleted by YouTube, which was published about a week ago by Stephan. I knew I had to make my own version of this video because of not only what I've been through as a YouTube creator and having my own channel hacked and deleted, not by YouTube, that's a whole nother story, but I knew I had to speak on this issue because there are so many things that the audience needs to know, that other YouTube creators need to know and be aware of. And I know that Graham's story is 100% worth sharing. So essentially what happened was, in his video, Graham explains how gradually over time he noticed that he wasn't able to make comments and he was getting shadow banned because as he was commenting on his videos and other people's videos, he noticed that his comments were simply just not showing up. So this was the first clue of like, hey, wait a minute, something's going on. And so essentially what was going on was YouTube was targeting his channel for deletion, for a violation of some sort of having to do with spamming in the comment section. Let me explain a little bit more. About a year ago, myself plus hundreds, I'm assuming millions of other creators who have a channel size of maybe 50,000 subscribers, definitely 100,000 subscribers and above, started to get these peculiar and annoying and scammy comments that are basically profiles duplicated of us as the creators, trying to imitate us in order to sell something on the back end. So essentially, you guys may have seen this several times before where there's a Marissa Romero commenting to you in the comments, but it's not me. And this is the same thing that happened with Graham. He was having so many accounts, probably hundreds of accounts, I can't even imagine, because he has over 3 million subscribers. And the annoying part is that these spam accounts basically, you know, break through the spam filters and they're able to leave their WhatsApp contact, their scammy websites, and ways to contact them for some Bitcoin scam, for some trading scam, for something on the internet that is a scam. And so I'm actually good friends, a lot of you guys know her because we have similar channels, and I'm good friends with Kat Theo. Her and I talk on a weekly basis, and I remember a couple months ago when I was like, hey Kat, I was like, you noticed these fake profiles on your YouTube channel as well? And we were both furious because this nasty plague of fake spammers has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop, YouTube. Okay, so back to Graham's story. Graham essentially says what he thinks happened was YouTube detected so many, hundreds, maybe even thousands of these fake Stephan profiles that are like, you know what? We're gonna get rid of them in our attempt to get rid of these scammy profiles, once and for all. We're gonna get rid of them, and they accidentally targeted his channel for deletion. Now this is bananas because Graham's channel is verified with the check mark. He's a super famous YouTuber, and I just can't fathom how YouTube could make this mistake. And what worries me is this could happen to me, this could happen to my friend Kat Theo, this could happen to all other YouTubers on the platform who are making amazing content and education and entertainment and are putting their life and soul and effort onto this platform in order to serve an audience, and for them that to just be ripped away within a flash, that's totally not fair and just wrong. And so when I saw Graham's video, I thought, man, like, this is insane because all along, all of us creators have been thinking like this is getting really out of hand, this could lead to something really, really bad, and boom, like Graham comes out with this video verifying essentially what we thought was a really risky situation, and he proved it is possible, right? He mentioned that his channel was going to get deleted, or YouTube was going to delete his channel yesterday, which was July 12th. Today is July 13th, and his channel is still standing, thank goodness. But seriously, we need a solution. And so for me as a YouTube creator, I have my own story with the hacking and deletion of my channel. Not only do us creators have to deal with the risk of putting our hearts and souls and effort into these YouTube videos, and the risk of it getting hacked from a hacker, from a phishing email, from somebody wanting to hack into the channel, steal it, rob it from us, and make money and rob the AdSense off these channels. We have to deal with that threat. But now it's almost like getting backstabbed by our parents, because we now have the threat from YouTube of them terminating our channel on accident because there's so many spam accounts being created in our names, and that's just not fair. When Graham mentioned his heartbreak of the thought of having his channel deleted, I'm like, yeah, I feel you, because it happened to me last year in 2020, right when the worldwide pandemic hit. My channel was hacked and deleted. Marissa, go to your computer right now. I think your channel's been hacked.
And just overnight, she woke up and her YouTube channel of 91,000 subscribers was hacked and deleted. Hacked and deleted.
Marissa was on the brink of superstardom, and then just overnight, she disappeared from YouTube, and it left me and thousands of others asking what happened to Marissa Romero.
Hacked and deleted.
I can't remain calm. Where is she?
The channel does not exist. Gone. And so if you guys want to see that entire story, I'll leave it up here in the description. It was tragic. My channel was absolutely gone off the face of the social media earth. I had 91,000 subs at the time. For a month, I was literally in tears, not eating, depressed. It was just like my whole livelihood was just, pulled out from underneath me, and I fell flat on my ass with no channel. It was horrible. I was hacked by an ex-coworker who was an ex-virtual assistant who wanted vengeance against me and wanted to get back with me for it's a long story. It's all documented basically in the hacked and deleted movie that we created about the whole story. And let me tell you, it's a damn good video. It took my team and I probably about 2 months to get the footage together, to get the storyline together, and with YouTube support, which by the way, Graham was probably talking to YouTube support furiously about his situation with his channel getting terminated. And let me tell you, dealing with YouTube support is it's not the greatest, okay? They take forever to get back to you, at least 24 hours. Like, you'll get an email from YouTube support saying, hey Marissa, hope you're having an amazing day. We know your channel is still hacked and deleted, but just rest assured, know that we are taking care of it. And then I reply within 5 minutes or 5 seconds. I'm like, brr, but my question is this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I'm still, no matter what, no matter how fast you reply, YouTube support does not respond very fast at all. And I know if Graham is watching this video, he's probably nodding his head like, yeah, that sucks. Their support is not top notch, to say the least. And so just for the record, I know I'm kind of bouncing around in this video. There's no really set order or script, but I would never put some scammy stuff. I would never try to market to anybody with these spammy comments and try to take your money via WhatsApp, via some, multi-level marketing, whatever they have going on. That is not me. I know that the other creators said the same thing. They would never do that. And what's really sad on that note with Graham is like they're using illegally his face, his brand, to market something else, running paid advertising. I think it was like Graham's Different Arbitrage or something like that. They were using his name and his brand illegally for a paid ads campaign to run traffic to who knows what that offer was. But that's totally illegal. totally against, you know, trademark law of the United States. And so no, I would never involve myself in illegal activity. And all of the work that I've produced online, the courses, the curriculum and stuff, it's all copyrighted. At the moment, this course name is in the official trademark office with the US, getting the trademark for subscribers to sales. And so just putting that disclaimer out there that I would never do some scammy shit. Okay. And so speaking of, you know, all of this stuff, YouTube deleting the channel, and really just aside from that, going back to my story of being hacked and deleted, really it all starts with protecting yourself online. We all want to be safe online. And on that note, today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is my favorite online community where you can go and take classes and learn about anything you want. Imagine a digital library with classes on all kinds of topics ranging from photography, art, cooking, learning meditation, really whatever topic you're interested in learning or any type of skill that you are trying to refine, Skillshare has the answer for you with their classes. And so on this topic of online security and being safe online and avoiding the hackers, I really enjoyed the classes of a creator called Alexander Oni. He has a cybersecurity class part 1 through 3, and I found it really great information to the basic steps of learning how to protect yourself in this crazy online world. So for the first 1,000 people who click the first link in the description will get a 1-month free trial to the Skillshare premium membership. So go ahead and click on that first link in the description. And so with the spammy comments whole concept, it's kind of scary because my team and I are always responding to as many comments as we can all the time. Like that's kind of our goal, is to respond to every single comment. We know we can't get to all of them sometimes, but we do try. And sometimes when we comment, we like to comment with other resources we have, which could be to my website. We like to comment referencing other YouTube videos. And so it's kind of scary because we never know sometimes if we're commenting too much. We think that we're doing the right thing because YouTube tells us it's like you want to keep engagement high. You know, with best practices, it's always great to respond to your comments like 24 hours after a video is being posted. And so we're kind of like, well, should we not comment now? Should we not reply? Should we have a limit to only responding to 50 comments a day so that we don't get in the detection radar of being terminated by accident? So these are some questions that have gone through my mind when Graham was talking about the situation of what's going on his channel. And so here's what I would love, what I propose, I would love to see YouTube do to protect us creators and to protect all the good that we're doing for this YouTube community and for the audiences and stuff, and to make sure it stays in a healthy community. And that is to put fines on these people. I mean, I know like back in 2009, YouTube made it very clear that, you know, if a creator were to violate the COPPA violation, which COPPA stands for the Children's Online Protection something Act, I forget. But essentially, if a content creator's content was made for kids and they didn't mark that it was made for kids, and YouTube determines that it is made for kids, they could be fined up to $42,000. I don't know how this could work for YouTube fining people who make these scammy profiles. Maybe it's not realistic, but maybe putting some type of rule that, hey, you could get fined too by violating our terms of service, because with one comment, these people, these fake profiles are violating everything. I mean, everything. With comment spamming, they're like checking all the boxes of what is a spammy comment. They check all the boxes, and just with leaving one comment, it's insane. So that could be something that YouTube could do, is in addition to their cyberbullying policy, put a clause in there about that creating fake profiles is a huge violation and you could be fined up to X, Y, and Z. Yes, I know it would be hard to implement because there's millions of these happening, but it could be doable. I like something that Roberto Blake suggested in his video, and he talked about having a creator with, let's say, a minimum 100,000 subscribers be able to have direct contact with a YouTube team member. I upvote that. I totally vote for that, because The same way that some YouTube creators have brand managers and direct contacts at YouTube to talk about the growth strategies, it's like, hey, let's first talk about these comment spam strategies and making sure my channel is in good standing. And if this were to happen on accident where a channel is targeted for deletion, we could have one-on-one contact with a member from YouTube right away. And this to me sounds like a really great idea, and I definitely upvote that because, as I mentioned, dealing with normal YouTube support is frustrating. I mean, they take so long sometimes to get back. You are communicating sometimes with Sherry and then John and then Daniel and then Sherry again. It's like, oh, okay, this isn't cool. So to have a direct contact with YouTube definitely holds a lot of good weight, in my opinion. And another thing that I think YouTube could do to help us creators is to have some type of filter to where if a profile is created, a fake profile that's called pinned by Marissa Romero, replied by Marissa Romero with the 0 at the end of her name instead of a O, like that is just automatically hidden, okay? Because I have actually 2 YouTube channels. My other one's called The Marissa Romero Show, so I wouldn't want that to be hidden, but you know, these spammy filters I think would be a great way to just, if it looks sketchy, if it has different symbols in the name and it just, you can, my name is misspelled wrong, I don't know, there's some variations that maybe we could put an additional filter, because when you go into the security settings of your YouTube studio, you can put words that you want to be blocked. You can have users in there, different channels where you can put them in there and automatically hide them, right? The problem is that when we put these fake profiles onto the list of channels that we want, you know, eliminated, that we want hidden from our channel, the problem is the comments that they've already left are there. They don't get removed at all. Just the new comments, if they try again, won't show up, and they'll realize they're like freaking robots or something, because once they realize that their profile has been down or has been deleted or hidden from my channel, then they're like, oh, let's up and create a new one real quick. So they're so quick to act, and that's what's the most frustrating. But if we could get another layer of filtration, of blocking, that we could automatically hide a channel that has these components and blah, 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 that would be very helpful. And so on the topic of YouTube channel deletion, of getting hacked and deleted and all this, I can't not mention things that you can do to not only in general have good cybersecurity practices and online safety measures, but also how to protect your channel right away. Because although a lot of the things that we've talked about in this video are, you know, kind of, it's just a little bit depressing. It's like, oh, it's not the best news that you want to hear, especially if you're a YouTuber wanting to get up and running on YouTube. I do still believe it is the #1 platform to build a business, to build your audience, to have real impact and build your income while doing it. That's never going to change. But in the meantime, while you're getting started, just protect your Google account. Never, ever, ever share your Gmail account that's associated with your channel. Create a branded account when you are creating a new YouTube channel. So there's a personal YouTube channel and a branded one. A branded just means it's like a business version where you can add team members safely, where they don't need access to your password and your Gmail. They can just access their account from their side and they don't have the ability to do anything like delete the channel, delete videos and stuff like that, but they could help you with uploading, optimizing, creating a YouTube thumbnail and all that stuff, so that it could be a lot easier for you. And so that's where was I going with this? But oh yeah, so never ever ever share your Gmail address. I'm actually, I think, the only person besides YouTube who knows the Gmail account that is associated with my YouTube channel. I learned that the hard way because, you know, if you guys watch the hacked and deleted video later, you'll know that my ex-VA she knew my Gmail, and that was kind of her first barrier to entry and able to access the channel and delete it. So anyway, so that's that. Protect your Google account. Make sure you have the 2-factor authentication, the Authy, the app. Authy is like a Google Authenticator app. Make sure you have a recovery email. Just make sure all of the security boxes for your Google account are checked. The next thing is, just once your channel starts to grow, just be aware of phishing emails. Always double check on a website address before you click on it. Make sure that the sender is legit, that they have a real company website and not some random scammy Gmail account. Make sure that when you're clicking on a website from an email that you hover over it to make sure it says HTTPS and not just HTTP, because if it's just HTTP, it's not secure. So I wouldn't want you to click on that. And most importantly, make sure you're building your list, because we never know what could happen within the world of social media. We want to be able to take our audience off of these social media platforms so that way we have our very own traffic source and that can't be hacked and deleted and taken away from us. So that's very important. I just made a video about email marketing, how to build your list, how to start from zero and build it up and start making some legit money from it every single month. I'll also link that video in the description. And so I would say definitely do not get discouraged. I just wanted to spread this message and have the awareness go as far as it can, because this is an important topic. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I advise you, if you are learning how to leverage this platform to build your online business, please join me in our masterclass. It's totally free. It's an awesome YouTube training that's not anywhere else on the internet. You can just click right here to access that, and I will see you on the masterclass.